ago, in a distant kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle young girl whose heart was as beautiful as her smile. After her mother passed away, her father remarried, hoping to bring happiness back into their home. Sadly, his new wife was cold and unkind. She had 2 daughters who followed her cruel ways. Together, they treated the young girl unfairly, giving her all the hard chores while they lived comfortably. "Clean this up," they would say. "Why are you sitting here? Get back to work." They laughed while she scrubbed floors, washed dishes, and kept the house running from morning until night. Because she often rested near the fireplace after her long workdays, people began calling her Cinderella. Despite the hardship, Cinderella remained gentle and hopeful. One bright morning, exciting news arrived. The royal palace announced a grand celebration to honor the prince. Every young woman in the kingdom was invited. Cinderella's stepmother busily prepared her daughters with fine dresses and jewels, while Cinderella helped silently from the side. "Why can't I go too?" Cinderella asked softly. Her stepmother laughed. "Look at you. You belong in ashes, not at a palace." When the family left for the celebration, Cinderella was left alone. Sitting by the fireplace, she finally allowed her tears to fall. Suddenly, a warm glow filled the room. From the light stepped a gentle fairy with a loving smile. "Do not cry, my dear," the fairy said. "Kindness never goes unseen." With a wave of her wand, the fairy turned a pumpkin into a beautiful carriage and small animals into graceful helpers. Cinderella's worn clothes transformed into a shining gown, and her feet were dressed in sparkling shoes. But remember, the fairy warned kindly, "This magic will fade when the clock strikes midnight." Cinderella promised and set off for the palace. When Cinderella entered the ballroom, everyone stopped to stare. Her grace and kindness lit up the room. Even the prince noticed her at once and asked her to dance. They moved across the floor as if time had slowed. Cinderella felt happier than she ever had before. But then she saw the clock. Realizing it was almost midnight, she ran from the palace. In her hurry, one shining shoe slipped off on the steps. She could not stop to retrieve it. Determined to find the mysterious girl, the prince ordered his guards to search the entire kingdom. Every young woman tried on the shoe, but it fit no one. At last, they reached Cinderella's home. Her stepsisters tried eagerly, but the shoe would not fit. Then Cinderella stepped forward. When she slept on the shoe, it fit perfectly. Cinderella was brought to the palace, where the prince recognized her immediately. With joy in his heart, he asked her to become his wife. She accepted with a smile full of gratitude and hope. Together, they ruled with kindness, proving that goodness and patience are always rewarded. And Cinderella never forgot the magic that guided her, not just a fairy spell, but the strength that had always lived inside her. Kindness, patience, and hope can change even the hardest life into something beautiful.